Ladies, the number that is too high for you to eventually marry a man. He's been with too many women. What is that number?
80.
80? What did you say?
80.
80?
Yeah.
Nicole, what's the number?
Whew, I'm good.
It's too high.
Honestly, I haven't really given this much thought. Yeah, I don't really care.
General, what's the number?
I haven't thought about this before. I'm going to say like 40 or 50.
It's so funny. Every guy has thought about this.
I like
I'm not saying
more
you- but-
emotional men.
To why? I don't know how you plan on doing
I
this.
respect that.
What's the number? What's
Wait, 50 is, you've been...
Time out. 50 puts you in the top 5% of men. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Gosh, I probably would say 50, but
50?
honestly,
You've had fun
ignorance
at
is
50.
bliss. So.
Ignorance is bliss. Go ahead.
I'm the same. The only thing I factor in is how you're treating me and loving me. It's complicated enough. I feel like as long as it's 0, since it's been me.
Okay, go ahead.
Honestly, as long as you're clean, I don't give a f.
Okay. What's on you to be like 6? 6. If you've been more with 6, you. So ahead, Sonia.
Well, I'm married to someone that like thousands of women, so I don't have a number.
Okay.
I'm not judging. But
Grab the
it
mic.
depends-
Grab the mic.
It depends on how you are in bed. If you're not good, higher.
Isn't it funny?
If you're good,
Isn't it funny? You care more about how they are in bed than their body count. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead. And you already
Because
did
I
this.
don't really
Guys, all right. I want to point this out.
By the way, that's the Sterling Cooper paradox
Yes.
right there. I
Yeah,
gotta
okay. So
point
here's
that
the thing,
out.
guys.
Yes.
Here's the thing. These stereotypes about men caring more about body count and women caring less are perpetuated just as much by women because you guys don't care. That's the point. You don't care. And we do care. I'm sure you guys are wondering. So the top 5% for women was 16. The top 5% for men is 50. Yes.
Top 5% is 50?
50. Top 5% is 50.
Okay. What's the...
Top 1% is 150.
And this is averaging out with all the men who just don't have sex at all.
Yes. Yeah.
That's insane.
Because you can't go below 0, the mean and median are always different. So the median is 15 and the mean is 5. There's so many zeros.
I think men are happier.
To your point, in evolutionary psychology textbooks, they go over this concept, which is when women have casual sex, it tends to, on average, hurt their self-esteem. When men have casual sex, it tends to help their self-esteem.
Women regret the sex they had, and men regret the sex they didn't have. Simple as that. I wanted to also point out, like when she was talking here about, like it doesn't matter to you as long as he's good in bed. That's the Sterling Cooper paradox, which is if you know a woman's body better than she knows her own body, it means you know how to fuck. It means that you have been rewarded many times before to learn how to be good in bed. So therefore, the conclusion is that this guy was rewarded with sex from a lot of other women. So the necessity to ask what's your body count is irrelevant because you don't care because he's good in bed. So he must have been fucking before.
In game,
Or you're just paying attention.
Yeah, learning.
Sure.
It goes both ways.
Well, let's see. If you're a virgin and you need to pay attention, it's probably just some really good porn before you get to actually doing
But
it.
if you're really good in bed and then I ask you your body count and you tell me 3,
I'm not believing it.
I'm not.
Yeah, but some guys are in long relationships
that's
though.
actually true.
Like some guys are in long relationships. I know a guy who was in a 9-year relationship with one girl, and that's why he was so good in bed.
And
with his
also
partner.
maybe a somewhat like open relationship. Maybe you're experimenting. Like
she forgot about. She forgot about long-term relationships.
Tell when a guy is watching.
Somebody can have sex with one person for 9 years. That's crazy.
also, it might be like a somewhat open relationship. You might
Hold on, wait, cross
experimenting,
talk. Go ahead.
Go, Lee.
So if you tell me it's 3, if it's really 3, I'm not going to judge you. Like that's all right. That's
For sure.
Cool. If you tell me it's 300,
As long as you know what you're doing.
There's this thing in game theory. It's something you can major in college called game theory. There's this thing called prisoner's dilemma. There's this other thing called the banker's dilemma. The way the banker's dilemma works is banks loan money to people who need it the least and don't loan money to people who need it the most. People who need the money the most are the least likely to pay the money back. People who need the money the least are the most likely to pay it back. Men who have had the least amount of sex and want it the most are the ones you're going to have the worst sexual experiences with. The men who have had the most sex with the most women are the ones you're going to have. So the men who need the sex the least are the ones you're more likely to have sex with. This has to do also with mate choice copying in humans. So it's the banker's dilemma, but it's just with women.
I think it depends how many, though. If he's like, I've fucked 300 women, I'm like,
That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Holy
What a
shit.
crazy number. I don't think any man has ever had sex with 300 women. That's crazy. What a disgusting number. What a crazy number.
You're getting into a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
I gotta hear why you did that and how you did that.
Right.
And
Wow. 300 days.
Yeah, you know, I'll invite someone to dinner later and I'll explain it.
I like it when
Someone can invite to dinner.
We're on like 300.
I
I kind of
Wait, stop. Go ahead.